Previously on Untitled Ambition Season 2, Cici broke away from the horde of zombies and went to meet the true mastermind of this floor boss alone, discovering some hidden history and a hidden connection between her and this creepy clown kid. Be careful, Cici, sweetheart. Can't trust him. Can't trust him whatsoever.
Some years ago, this happened.
My goodness. This was Dr. Ainsworth's unfinished model. It looks almost lifelike. This doesn't make any sense. The more I uncover about this guy, the more I grow to despise him. How on earth did he create a humanoid model, while the rest of Avalon's top scientists are still using the android and crash dummy models? This is unacceptable. There's no way a mere, back-alley doctor has a better scientific solution than Avalon's elite. Inconceivable. I need a way to dispose of him, but how? Yes, I got it. It's about time I put that dark matter from the meteor site I discovered into good use. I'm going to show Avalon and the Queen that I'm the true genius here. Not Ainsworth.
And so, I was stolen from my father before he had the chance to fix the bugs in my algorithm. I don't understand. What's going on? Where am I? Who are you? What do you want with me?
I'm thoroughly impressed. A model with such an advanced AI is truly commendable. I'd just love to hear what the royal family would say, once I present you before them.
You're not my creator. You're clearly a thieving opportunist trying to climb the ladder. So unless you want to be exposed publicly, I highly recommend returning me to my creator and this family at once.
Your creator abandoned you, son. To him, you were flawed and left to be discarded. I, on the other hand, found and turned your so-called flaw into an asset.
Asset? How?
First, let me give your creator a bit of credit. Of all the robot models inhabiting Avalon, you're the first model to possess a human appearance. Quite an astonishing feature, I admit. Your design, blueprint and algorithm will serve as the basis for something spectacular. Don't you feel honored?
No. If anything, I feel downright exploited. I just want to return home to my creator and leave this creepy place. When I do, I'll be sure to tell Dr. Ainsworth everything about your schemes.
Then, it's a good thing I installed that dark matter chip inside of you.
And so, that's how my descent into the darkness began.
Simon implanted the dark matter microchip into Dr. Ainsworth's invention in hopes to control and manipulate him to do evil, and to sabotage his good name if it ever came down to it. But as time progressed, he decided to put him in a clown design to make it indistinguishable from the stolen thing that went missing. Nobody could ever suspect that this new AI model was designed to be a clown-faced assassin for the higher-ups. Nobody ever saw it.
So, that's what happened. He installed a dark matter microchip inside of you and designed your face to be a clown out of spite. If you knew all of this, why did you still follow his orders? I'd assume signs of resentment would have shown.
Cecilia, that would have been too easy. I plan my vengeance far more subtle than most humans. But rest assured, I despise that man far more than you'll ever know. You have to understand the one true benefit of wearing a mask. You get to play a mean game of pretend with those around you.
Explain.
Very well. Simon was always cautious of me and often feared me regaining my memories and exacting vengeance against him. Your father's algorithm always created a system restore point, no matter what. I only lost my memory for a moment after Simon tinkered with my system. Afterwards, I just simply played my role and waited for the perfect time to strike. That time came with the creation of Codename Psi. All it took was a simple handshake.
Greetings. You must be the infamous clown-faced assassin the higher-ups told me about. It's a pleasure to fight beside someone as strong as you.
Well, I must say, word definitely travels fast around these parts. You must be Lady Aria's replacement. You certainly match the description.
Why, thank you. I don't know what to say. It definitely means a lot coming from a legendary figure like yourself.
Stop. I'm nothing special. These Avalon nobles only hire me for the jobs they'd never dirty their delicate little hands for. They want to remain as white-collar as possible.
That's still a spectacular role to play. You're practically Avalon's justice from the shadows. The face evildoers dread to see. You're depicted as the walking embodiment of vengeance.
Walking vengeance. Never thought of it the way before. I'm definitely certainly you'll make both Avalon and the royal family proud to have you. You'll be of exceptional value to our girls. The poor girl never realized just how much that handshake impacted her.
So, the real reason why Beta killed Simon that day was because of you.
Precisely. I implanted a sample of dark energy into her algorithm and commanded her to eliminate Simon when he least expected it. I wanted the face of Simon's murderer to the one he expected the least to betray him. His very own ward. It was quite the stellar performance, don't you think? The actors all played their roles perfectly without knowing that I was the puppeteer behind it all.
Dude, that's beyond twisted. I know I wanted revenge on Simon, but that's beyond traumatizing.
Is it really? I also have an interesting proposal you may want to consider. Care to hear it?
While Cici was negotiating the absurd terms with this robot, we were stuck dealing with these really no longer challenging hordes of zombies that just kept respawning thanks to anti-spur. When will it end? It was just like, wow, they weren't even hard, they were just tedious to deal with. Talk about ad nauseum. Just how many of these trash zombies are you going to summon? You and I both know full well that this isn't enough to stop us.
Oh, I know completely. The goal isn't to stop you, it's to tire, frustrate, and slow you down. Well, at least until Codename Psi finishes breaking your little friend Cici. It's a crying shame she wasn't there when our forces came to recruit John Doe for our invasion. With them both being Avalon exiles and all, I believe this vessel and her would have gotten along quite well.
Hey, I know your type. She's nothing like you creatures of darkness. Cici walks with us now. It's about time we end this and uncover who and what you really are. Bedelia, sweetheart, use Lambda's call button and summon her. I believe we've entertained these imposters long enough.
Finally. A perfect moment for us to use this.
Immediately, Lambda was summoned to the scene and this happened.
I've arrived here as promised. What can I assist your team with?
Hey, twin. We need a favor. Can you use your powers to reveal the identity of these imposters? They look like entities we know, but they're a bit off.
Identity, you say? There's nothing to reveal. They're not even real threats. Observe.
Wait, no! Don't give it away just yet!
One great reveal later.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious in hindsight.
Yeah, figures. That was the only plausible explanation.
So we really were just surrounded by crash dummies this whole time. That's crazy. But I don't understand. Why are you still the same? Have you really been brought back?
Yes and no. This is definitely a crash dummy model my essence is inhabiting, therefore it's nothing long term. This vessel can't even hold a tenth of the power I once had, and I was only brought back temporarily using Codename Psi's dark energy. You might say I'm a dungeon boss demoted to a mere floor enemy. It's pretty tragic in all honesty.
Yeah, that is some rather depressing news.
Even so, if only for a moment, it's great to see that your team is still winning. If I had to accept defeat from anyone, I'm glad it was the champions that continued winning after my defeat.
Wow, I never thought I'd say this, but thanks, Anti-Spur. That means a lot coming from you.
Don't thank me just yet. If you thought my forces were bad that day, you've got a long way before your team can fight the other lords of Amajas.
Wait, just how many more of you are there?
There's the Lord of Fantasy, the Lord of Shadows, and the Lord of Dragons. With you being the mage hero, I'd avoid fighting the Lord of Dragons at all costs.
And why is that?
I wish I had more time to talk about it, but I'm afraid I've reached my limit. Goodbye and good luck, mage hero. Your team is definitely going to need a lot of it.
Okay, that was beyond creepy. And so with Anti-Spur's lingering words from beyond the grave, the team couldn't help but noticing what was he talking about when he came to, on the terminology, when he came to the three other lords beside him that were in Amagas. But that's besides the point. They had other pressing matters to attend to. They had to come to Cici's rescue no matter what. And it's a good time they showed up when they did. Observe.
Excuse me, what kind of terms are those?
You heard me. Join forces with me and become a brother/sister duo that eliminates targets from the shadows in the name of vengeance. The ever-learned higher-ups have already branded you a thief. So, why stop there when you can be promoted to an assassin for the royal family? You already meet all the prerequisites. It'll just be a waste of your dark talents to settle for less.
No, I'm not even a real thief. Taking what rightfully belongs to your family is not stealing. If I don't like stealing, what makes you honestly believe that I'd enjoy killing people like you do?
I'm just saying that with you around, things won't be so dull in this place. Just think, we'd be able to enjoy playing with our new toys as siblings. Isn't that wonderful? If you continue rejecting my offer, you'll leave me no choice but to break a few parts off of you until you say yes.
You're insane. There's no way I'm joining you now.
We're here, Cici. Did this creepy clown make you feel uncomfortable in any way while we were gone?
Ever the knight in shining armor, mage hero. You're right on time. It would seem as if your association has somehow influenced my dear sister. I'm impressed. I'd like to see if your team is the real deal. The only way you all can pass to the next floor is if we finish this here and now. I've always wanted to break heroes. This'll be fun.
Yeah, Cici, sweetheart, I don't see how you managed to withstand a simple conversation with this guy. But nevertheless, we accept your challenge. Let's finish this. Yeah, Cici definitely made the right choice, rejecting the creepy clown kid's offer. Just like that old saying, you go dancing with the devil, you don't change the devil, he changes you. So, if anything, Cici was just gonna be led down a path of irredeemable corruption if she followed after this guy's footsteps. But that's besides the point. This guy was coming at us like a lethal, creepy ninja assassin and an exceptionally paid killer hired by the royal family. That's how you know he was on a different tier compared to the other Vanguard that used projectile weapons. So we had to be on full alert.